Welcome to another session on our IsoTruss PIM Armor product category. Today we'll be talking about frequently asked questions that customers, clients, and users are asking about our product. We've narrowed them down to just six major questions, as you can see here on the slide. What is it made of? How much does it attenuate? Is it absorbent or reflective? Have they been tested? Any deployments or certification? Can we try them out? The first question, which is what is it made of? Our products are not made of plastic. They are made of composite materials that we proprietarily manufacture here in our facility. And they are aerospace grade, so they have radio frequency properties that are very, very effective depending on the materials or the grade of the materials that we use, and depending on the use case. And they are patent protected. So in a nutshell over here, again, they're not plastic. They're made out of composite materials. So they would have specific rating on heat and endurance and durability, structural integrity, all those kinds of things we've addressed, and that's why we're deploying them. The other slide, the next slide here that I'm presenting is we get constantly asked is how does it stack against the existing solutions. So we showcase them over here in this matrix that you get all of the benefits from existing solutions out there, plus more. And from an attenuation perspective, it tremendously attenuate the signal noise from the back of the antenna, and we can show data there in the next few slides. They're very easy to install. I'm not going to go through them one by one, but you can see here on this slide why it is a very differentiated product with competitive advantages. I think for the end user and also for general contractors, the main point here is that you have a really good return on your investment. Or in other words, your dollar spent per dB reduction is greatly reduced. So you get the high attenuation for a limited amount of money. Does it attenuate? Absolutely. The graph on the left side, let me give the context here. This is um, the setting here is in a lab because we just want to showcase first, does it really work? So the parameters are listed on the slide. The left chart shows just the antenna without any noise. You are going to see here it's about negative 160 dBc or negative 117 dBm. I'll just use dBc for this one because it was reported on dBc. And then the next slide or the next graph to in the middle showcases the antenna, and we added a PIM source. As you can see, there's a signal degradation, and the value went from negative 160 roughly there to negative 110 roughly. So that's about a 50 dBc negation, right? And then the next thing we needed to do was to put in our IsoTruss PIM Armor panel in between the antenna and the PIM source. As you can see on the graph on the right, that it went from negative 110 to negative 135. That's a 25 dB reduction. So yes, it does work, and it significantly reduces or attenuates signal noise. Is it absorbent or is it reflective? Our current usage of our panels are behind the antenna, so we are agnostic on that question. What we do see is that if given the power ratio, front to back ratio, the back is very small amount of energy, so we're not really worried about that for the application we currently intended to be placed. So if it is reflective, obviously the we the impact on the signal strength and attenuation far outweighs the impact on the the lobe or the shape of the lobe and the reach. So those are very marginal negations compared to the great amount or tremendous amount of attenuation that you do get. That is not coming from us, that is coming from the carriers as feedback. Is it absorbent? Yes, it's portion that is absorbent, and the question becomes that of heat. Yes, it has dissipation characteristics because the way we manufacture our products is that we try not to make it a linear direction where there's a um, amalgam or concentration of heat, so it gets dissipated throughout the panel, and the panels are very thin that you wouldn't have to worry about heat. I think what I can say is that we have deployed this in some installation for over a year, never really had any problems with that. The deployments here, just a few samples you can see, whether inside a building or a copula or a rooftop or any other installation. You put them behind, it's great to use. It's very easy to install. The other question is that, do you have any certifications? Do you have any partnerships? Yes, we do. The first and most important is the structural opinion letter to make sure that this is very safe to use. And we have used, you know, one of the carriers' structural engineering firm that approve our product. We have also partnered with Avalon Test, who are distributing our products now, and also with some training with MWC, for example, a training company on the right way of doing sweep testing and PIM mitigation. Those are the ones that we have partnered with. Like I said, just want to highlight the ease of installation. We also want to highlight one of the questions: that does it come with the tape and Deltec straps? No, we don't provide those. The product is just the product of itself. We can include those, although we normally find that the general contractors already have the adhesive tapes or the very high bond adhesive tapes and the Deltec straps. We have installed them in DAS systems. We are starting to look into this more because it's very hard to move AC units, any obstructions in the roof top or crawl spaces of commercial building spaces. Our product is very easy to place, and you don't have to worry about aesthetics. It'll just blend right in the environment where you're placing them. The picture on the left, so you can see, it's a recording studio that the the RAN engineer said we are targeting 9 dB, and after placing some of these panels, we hit about 8 dB, which was great. The one on the right is a current R&D, wherein we're looking at potentially deploying this on rooftops to cover AC HVAC units. And I think we're further developing these, and we plan on deploying them sometime. Our products come in 2x2, 4x2, can be customized or custom cut. Obviously, there's an additional cost to that because it's custom. And I want you to try them out. If you have more questions about our products, feel free to email us at info@isotrust.com or just visit our website, call the number listed on the site, and we're more than happy to address any of your concerns. Thank you very